has given them a new chance, a clean slate, and mankind is falling under the same sin. So he said, "Cursed be Canaan." Because naging anak yan ng asawa at anak ko. A servant of servant, he shall be his brothers. For centuries, the Christians, the Christians who was into slavery was using this verse to justify pwede slavery. Ito si God. Pinayagan ng slavery. Right? Now, we have to realize that this is the verse that people use to justify slavery. But this curse does not create a mandate. This is not a mandate of God. This is just a curse. And it's God who would carry it out. And we have to realize here also is that the sin of the father, according to Exodus 20 verse 5, that the sins of the father are visited on the children even to the third and fourth generations. Sometimes there are certain sins that has generational consequence. Like in this case, umabot kay Canaan. He also said, "Blessed be the Lord, the God of Shem, and let Canaan be his servant. May God enlarge Japheth, and let him dwell in the tent of Shem, and let Canaan be his servant." So there was both a cursing and a blessing. Same as what's happening in Eden. So here we see the genealogy from mabasa. Okay. I think this is Methuselah. I think this is Lamech. This is Noah. So Noah had 3 kids, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And Ham was cursed. And the curse is this child. While, if you note in our passage, Seth was blessed. And it is through Seth that Jesus, the line of Jesus, will come out. This will go here. Eventually, it will go to Abraham, then Isaac, and all down to Jesus. Verse 28. It says, "Noah lived 350 years after the flood. So all the days were 950 years. And he died." 330 years after the flood. So here, I just wanted to show what happened to Adam in Eden and what's happening to Noah. In here, same profession, they're both gardeners. Second, we noted, as I mentioned kanina, they invited the brothers while, baliktad lang to. Eve invited Adam. Both were cursed. Both were blessed. Adam and Eve was naked, and here the nakedness was seen of Noah. There was transgression that resulted in familiar strife among the descendants. When the woman saw that the tree was good for food, Ham saw the nakedness, knew. Then the eyes of both of them were opened, and they knew they were naked. When Noah woke up, he knew that his younger son has done to him. told the word, what have you done? What have you done? Point that I was showing here is there's a strong parallelism. Even the wordings that God used in the fall in Eden is almost similar, if not exact wording that was happening in the fall of Noah. And my point here, it is the cycle of sin. Sin goes back over and over again. It is a recursion of sin. And this is the point. Those who do not learn from our mistakes in history, ano sabi, are doomed to repeat the same mistakes. Noah did not learn from the mistake of Adam. Guess what? He is doing the same mistake. That's why now people are protesting, right? About what's happening kay Marcos. And they say, if we forgive them, it's now he's buried in the heroes. What call it? Libigan ng mga bayani. And the chances are we will fall. We will fall again under a dictator sooner or later if we don't learn. History repeats itself. That's why we study church history. We study church history. Why? Because we want to see the mistakes of our forefathers, and by learning from that, we avoid that same mistakes. And the sad part is this: we learn from history that we learn nothing from history. Right? People repeat the same mistake over and over and over again. When will that cycle of sin stop? Not only to mankind, but also to us. The habits, the thoughts, the sin that is really, that we are really in bondage, that we are repeating and repeating. The secret sin that we cling, that we deny to ourselves, that we hide from others, has a strong hold on us. And my point today is, I hope we open our eyes to this truth. That unless we see that, unless we learn, unless we accept certain truth, guess what? Until you die, you will carry that bitterness. Until you die, you will carry that sin. Until you die, you will carry that pride, that greed, that corruption that has started when you were still young. We have to learn from our past sins. We must take hold of it and must realize that it has no control over us. Lest we fall again to the same sin. Lest what happened to Noah, to Adam, happened to Noah, and it will happen to us. 1 Corinthians 10, verse 12 to 14 says, therefore, let him who think he stands takes heed that he does not fall. Then it goes on in saying, no temptation has overtaken you, but such as is common to man. Right? You know, we have to realize something. I mentioned this in the past. When we try to fight sin, we are not fighting for victory, but we are fighting from victory. Christ has won that battle. So we are just to claim that victory. Sin has been conquered. Sin has been defeated. And this passage should be an encouragement to us. No temptation, not even one, has overtaken you such as is common to man. And what does it say? God is faithful. How is He faithful? One, He will not allow you to be tempted beyond what you are able. He is faithful because He will not allow you to be tempted beyond what you are able. That means if there's a temptation in your life, you are able. And the second reason why God is faithful, He will provide a way of escape. Number two. That's how faithful our God is. He is faithful. Why? He will not give you a temptation beyond what you are able. And secondly, He will provide an escape. So don't think that you cannot get away from your sin. That is a lie. Don't think that your struggles are useless. We have a faithful God. And God will not allow a believer to encounter a problem or trial that he is not able to bear. Oh, that's good to know. It's good to know that when you enter a fight, you know you will win. It's not like a volleyball game. O, bahala na. Tingnan natin, mananalo. Ito parang, sige, may laban. By the way, panalo ka na, ha? Huwag ka lang mag-back out, panalo ka na. Fourth quarter na. We're down by 20 points. Trust me, stay on, panalo ka dyan. He will not give you kasi. Kung hindi ka mananalo, if there's a temptation in your life that God thinks that you cannot do, He'll not give it to you. O di ang ganda, panalo ka talaga. The point is, I want us to realize this truth so that we are not deceived by the devil into believing that, man, guess what? May laban tayo. Don't worry, baka matalo pa kita. No way! No way will that happen. And it's a promise of God. Not only will He not give you an opponent that you cannot beat up, in case kinabahan ka, He will provide a way of escape. No lose ka talaga eh. O sige, itong laban na lang, inalify na lang natin, bukas na tayo makita. O pwede. He provides a way of escape. You don't have to sin. You cannot say, I couldn't handle it anymore. That's a lie. Question is, what is that? What is that trial? What is that temptation right now in your life that you are believing the lie of the devil? Na feeling mo, talo na ako dito. I'll keep this sin up until I die. Total naman, inalagaan ko na ito eh, malaki na nga eh. Itong aking pet na to. That's nonsense. That's rubbish. He is faithful. Na ang galing eh. Napakasimple lang ang solution. And He gives a solution. Excuse me. The simple solution of God, flee. Therefore, my beloved, flee. Flee. Sometimes may temptation. Eh, doon pa lumapit eh.